Hello and welcome back to the Traveling Yoga Mat. I'm Amanda and I want to bring you a living room flow that you can do at any time of the day. And let's start by lying on our backs. So go ahead and come to your back. Let the hips, the spine, the back of the head rest on the mat. Bring your feet about hip-width distance and let the knees fall in toward one another in the center of the mat. Let's place one hand on the chest, one hand on the belly. And then if you feel like it's safe enough, you can close your eyes here. Let the elbows splay out, let the shoulders relax open. And then just become aware of your body, become aware of your inner world. Bringing any relaxation to parts that might be holding stress. Soften the muscles of the face, soften the belly, soften the fingers and toes. And just taking a second to connect with self. And throughout these classes, if you can imagine that you chose to be in this very shape, in this very moment, and try to let go of any limitations, any thoughts that might make you feel small or restricted. And as we deepen the breath, we just break down any walls. Start to release anything that binds us. Just breaking free energetically. Breathing, starting to fill the lungs. And then using the exhale to flush out anything that doesn't belong. Soften through the chest, the space behind the heart. And as you deepen the inhale, imagine the heart space opening to the world. Starting to spread that goodness out beyond your being. And let's roll the head side to side along the mat. Maybe you flutter the eyes open. Amazing. Let's bring the hands to the hips here. Keep the feet firmly rooted into the ground. Maybe the knees point straight up. And then just start to tuck the pelvis in and under so that the lower back presses against the mat. And then lift up the lower back, arching the spine, bringing the chest toward the ceiling. And now take a breath out. Exhaling, engaging that core and pressing the back into the mat. Breathe in. Shine the chest open toward the ceiling. Tilt the pelvic bowl forward. And then breathe out. Tuck the hips under. Engaging the belly, tucking in the navel. Take another one like that. Beautiful. And let's go ahead and rest the palms by the sides, palms faced up, and then bring the legs up so you're in this lying down table shape with the legs. So the knees are about 90 degrees here. And then let's go ahead and place the hands on the knees And start to bring the knees in some circles. Maybe keeping the knees together while you do this. Change the direction when you're ready. And then we can bring some distance between the knees and then take them in circles. Kind of like you're stirring the pot. Imagining the ball and socket joints of the hips just lubricating, opening up. Nice, and then hug those knees in, come to a tight ball, lift your head, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze your face, squeeze your legs. And then let's go ahead and melt those feet back down to the mat. And we're gonna come up onto our forearms. So come up onto those forearms for a moment. We're in a little supported, modified fish pose here. So let the shoulders just be loose. Let the fingers and toes relax, and then drop the head back. Start to pick up the chest and arch the spine like we did when we were lying on our back. Take a breath out. Tuck chin to chest and curl in so that the pelvic bowl tilts toward you. Draw the chest up. Drop the head back. Breathe in. And chin to chest. Breathe out. Beautiful. Breathe in. See if you can plant into the feet and drag the mat toward you using the feet. And then plant the hands, push the mat away, also using the feet here. Nice, let's go ahead and relax that. And we're gonna come up onto the hands, let the fingers be faced toward the body. And just take a moment here, bend one elbow and the other, maybe taking the gaze in the direction of that bent elbow, little twist, stretching out the fronts of the shoulders, the triceps. Beautiful. Now let's flip the fingers so that they point toward the back of the mat. And go ahead and readjust your seat. Just heel toe your feet a couple inches further toward the top of the mat. And then drop the knees from side to side, windshield wiping those knees. Getting into the inner hip. Breathe and just be. See if you can find some enjoyment in the slow movement. Amazing. And let's go ahead and drop the legs over toward the right and then see if you can sit yourself up, keeping the legs where they're at. Just a little adjustment here so the right foot can come to the top of the left knee. Keeping your right hand where it's at, like a kickstand, and reach your top arm up and over, left arm reaches up, and then we gaze toward the ceiling. Breathe. Feel this in the left side body. Nice, and then come up, and let's go ahead and gently fold over those legs, almost like a variation of pigeon pose here. Folding over the right shin. Breathe and allow the body to melt with every exhale. Two more breaths here. Let it feel nice. Let it feel like a gift or a service to yourself. All right, go ahead and crawl it up. Come upright, and then bring the hands behind you, and let's pick those knees up and drop them over toward the left here. Keeping left hand where it's at. Reach the right arm up and over, maybe bending into that left elbow. Gaze comes up to the ceiling. Right side body stretch. Beautiful, let's sit it up. And we're just gonna fold over the left shin this time. 2 more deep breaths. Beautiful. All right, roll it up. And let's go ahead and bring the legs wide to the front of the mat. And not quite as wide as you can go, maybe about 45 degrees toward the front of your space. Take a breath in, reach up. Exhale and fold in between those legs, flexing the toes back toward the face. See if you can engage the large muscles of the legs, the quadriceps, the hamstrings, the glutes. Find your breath and let it take you deeper. Two more breaths. On that exhale, you roll up. Beautiful. And let's bring the legs in. We're gonna roll over the legs to tabletop. And you can face the front or the back of your space. The wrists are stacked beneath the shoulders and the knees beneath the hips. Just bump those hips side to side. Beautiful. All right, we're gonna take a modified puppy pose. So we're just gonna pick up the left leg and stamp it out to the side of the mat. So the hips are still squared to the mat. That left hip, knee, and ankle are all in one line. And then just start to shift forward and back, maybe tucking those back toes underneath you for support. Getting that stretch in the toes and in the left hip. Find your breath. Amazing. And let's go ahead and stand up on the right knee. Place the hands on the hips, untuck the back toes. Plant left hand to the outside of the left leg and reach the right arm up and over. Imagine someone is pulling by your by your wrist toward the top of your space or your ceiling, helping you open up through the right side rib cage. Beautiful. And let's go ahead and plant the hands down to the mat and reset, come back to tabletop, bump the hips side to side. Nice, and we'll take the same thing on the other side, pick up the left leg and stamp it to the outside of the mat. Tuck the back toes under and shift forward and back. And then untuck those toes. Let's go ahead and climb to standing on our left knee. Plant right hand to the outside of right leg and reach the left arm up and over. Breathing here. All right, go ahead and plant the hands down, come back to tabletop, flip the back toes under, lift the knees, come into downward facing dog, lift those hips up, press into the hands, press into the balls of the feet. Maybe you lower the heels down and then pick them up and then lower them again. Amazing. Just enjoy your down dog. Maybe you walk your dog out, bending one knee and the other. My dog said, "What'd you say about a walk?" Let's tippy toe to the top of the mat, forward fold. Take a nice deep breath out. And then inhale, Find length, hands come to shins, gaze comes forward, nice long spine. Exhale, fold. Beautiful, plant the hands. Exhale and step the right foot back and then lower the back knee down, untuck the toes and reach up, rise up, low lunge. And just check in with your alignment here. Imagine you're pulling the left foot toward the right knee, keeping the hips squared toward the front of the room. Biceps by the ears, shoulders drop down. And we'll take a big breath in. And then we'll shift the hips back, straighten out the front leg. Keep the shoulder or the hips in one line if possible. And the front leg can have a small bend to it. Go ahead and fold over left foot. And breathe. Beautiful. Let's take a breath out and bend back into that front knee. Reach up, low lunge. And we're gonna plant right hand to the inside of left foot. Reach the right arm high, left arm, excuse me. Beautiful. And then from here, let's tuck the back toes and lift the back knee up. So we're in a twisted lunge. Beautiful. Let's plant left hand to inside of left foot and heel toe, left foot out to the outside of the mat. Heel comes in, toes turn out, and then lower back leg down. We are in lizard lunge, so you can stay up on the hands, or as you breathe and get deeper into this, you can lower down to the forearms. Notice what your mind wants to do in these moments where we're still. Try to be okay with whatever's happening around you. My dog is making lots of commotion today, so that's what I'm working on being okay with. Go ahead and come back up to your hands. Beautiful. And then we're just going to shift the hips back and straighten out the front leg. And this time we're going to fold more to the inside of that left leg. Breathing in, finding length, and then breathing out and folding. Amazing. Now let's go ahead and tuck the back toes under, lift up the back knee, and then step the left foot back, downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet. Maybe rock from one side to the other. Beautiful. And let's walk up to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Take a nice breath out. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. This time we're going to step left foot back, lower back knee, untuck the toes, and then reach up, rise up. Grounding into the right foot, the left knee, drawing those two closer to each other. Activating the inner thigh muscles. Sit tall, engage the core. Take a big breath in. And then as you exhale, shift back. Point the right toes toward the face, straighten out that leg, and fold over the right leg. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and bend into the right leg, plant, or actually let's come up into our low lunge here. And then plant left hand to the inside of right foot, reach the right arm up, twisted low lunge. And we'll tuck the back toes under, lift back knee up, twisted runner's lunge. Enjoy this moment, enjoy where you're at. And we're gonna take both hands to the inside of the right foot, heel toe, that right foot, heel out, toes out, heel inward, and then drop back knee, untuck back toes You can either stay propped up on the hands or the fist here, or as you breathe, you can lower down to the forearms. Try to relax your jaw. Relax through all those supporting muscles. Just 2 more good breaths here. And slowly come back to the hands, and let's shift the hips back, straighten out through the front knee, and fold to the inside of right leg. And just breathe. Let's tuck the back toes under, lift back knee, and come back, step back to downward dog. Beautiful. Let's root into left foot and pick up the right leg, 3-legged dog here. And let's open up that hip, bend the knee. Just enjoy this stretch through the hips. Go ahead and square off those hips and then lower that foot down. Beautiful. Let's drop the knees wide, keep the big toes touching, and come down to child's pose. Relax the forehead. And let's walk the hands to the left side of the mat, maybe off the mat, stacking right hand on top of left, and then lower your head down. Beautiful. Pick it up and let's walk those hands to the center and then over toward the right. Left hand on top of right this time. Relax the forehead, relax the forearms. Beautiful. Pick up your head, walk those hands back to center and press back up to downward facing dog. Oh my goodness. Root through the right foot, lift the left leg up. And then right away, let's stack the hips, bend into that left knee, open it up. And we'll square it back off. Lower left foot down, downward facing dog. Beautiful. And go ahead and bring the knees down to the mat. Let's untuck those toes and sit back on the heels. And then we're just gonna bring our legs out in front of us. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold over the legs. Breathe, allow the neck to relax. And then go ahead and roll up. Find your way to a seat again. Place the hands on the chest. Give a big smile. Send a little gratitude to yourself and to the world. And I thank you so much for being here with me, and I'll see you next time. Ciao for now.